Hello everybody, my name is Tide Statistic. Today I'm going to be bringing you a step-by-step review or how to hook your external graphics card slot up. I'm going to also be showing you some compromises and some rigging you're going to have to do with this external graphics card slot. The first issue is the bottom of the graphics card slot has pins on it, so it's conductive. So the first thing you're going to have to do is find a non-conductive box or find a way to isolate it so it's not touching any type of metal, or you're going to end up frying your graphics card. No one likes that, so I ended up getting a box, and then I ended up using the actual motherboard's box that it shipped in to poke a hole on the inside, obviously take the shit out, which I forgot to do. And you're going to end up using the graphics card width, depending on what you're using. I'm currently going to be using a GTX 1060. I was going to use a 750 because it was much larger than the 1060 I have, but the 1060 was the one I had at hand. Also, the 1060 has an exposed back, so it doesn't have a back plate, which for one, that obviously makes it more conductive because it doesn't have a back plate, so all the 1060 pins are sticking out the back. So you're gonna have to be aware of what graphics card you have, and if you can, set them upside down, but keep in mind you're not gonna have a nice cool air going over it, so it might make your case hot depending on how you have it set up. Like I said, we were going to be using the GTX 1060. This is the Supercollect, I think that's what it was. It's a smaller version than the regular. As you can see, the exposed pins on the back, so you can't just lay it on its back because, well, I mean, I guess you could in the wood box, but you also have to be careful. You don't want to blow up your computer. These graphics cards can get up to 64 Celsius up to 82, which is like 144 degrees Fahrenheit if you don't know the conversion. And then 82 is like 200 and something, so it can get really hot. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to try to put the external graphics card inside the box so it's kind of free floating. I'm retarded, so I had to use a little knife and my fingers weren't good enough, so this is going to probably be the more important part. You're going to end up laying your motherboard next to it, but as you can see, the plastic layer is towards the motherboard, so they ain't going to be touching each other, which is obviously important because the last thing you want to do is short out your motherboard with your graphics card, because then you're just fucked in both ways. You'll see me in a little bit put that lip inside of the cardboard box. It prevents it from moving. It's pretty simple. As you can see, I'm going to end up running the wires above, which I'm trying to cut out a hole for that. And I'm going to go ahead and take the motherboard and set it next to the graphics card. Make sure that it's a reasonable distance away. And that way there isn't any issues. You're going to obviously have to have all of the necessary things for your computer to work. Your graphics card, your RAM, motherboard, CPU cooler, hard drive, power supply, all the necessities. And I'm going to end up putting in all the cables that I need to work the machine. Now, if you're worried about the CPU getting too hot, I'm currently running in this rig, I think it is a FX 8580, 8350. No, that's AMD. It's right under the 9590 of the FX series. This baby gets hot as fuck. Not as hot as the 9590, so I've run this machine on, I considered it a test bench, but I've done it on the box and it's gotten quite toasty for excessive periods of time. The box is perfectly fine, and you don't have to worry about your house burning down on that side. And the bottleneck for the temperature is 64 Celsius, so you're safe on that part. Now I'm going to end up hooking up the wires, and then I'll show you how to hook up your external graphics card. 24 pin CPU power, your PCI X1 slot, or yeah, one, shove that in there from your external, and your SATA from for your hard drive, then your power to your hard drive, and then you're going to need to hook up your power to your external graphics card slot. Now be wary, your graphics card slot will still be a little wobbly. It's pretty secure, so I mean, as long as you don't go drop kicking your card, you should be good, or your box. Now, I most definitely did get it up and running. I'm not going to lie, I did have a little bit of issues getting it started. It probably took me somewhere between 20 minutes because I usually don't use the external graphics cards, but I mean, nonetheless, it was just sitting there powering it on, powering it off. As you can see, I do have the USB plugged into the X1. I did plug it into the USB port, and it did absolutely nothing. If you guys were just wondering, I decided to physically test that myself. I don't have it in the video, but nonetheless, I tried it myself and it does not do anything. Now keep in mind, my Gigabyte motherboard does not have any onboard motherboard graphics, so this is all running through the external graphics card slot. I mean, everything is on low, but I did get ARM up and running. I had to increase the resolution because it looked like complete ass, because I probably had a GTX 610 in there, and you guys know that is not that is not good. So now I'm currently running the 1060, and I'm just fiddling with the settings. If you guys have any questions, comments, or open criticism, I really don't give a shit. But you can drop them down in the comments section. I usually try to get back to you guys, try to help you out on your situations and whatnot. If you like my video, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps me so I know you guys actually know what the fuck I'm saying. And if I have to dumb some things down and try to explain it simply, I can do that. It's no big issue. Other than that, if you guys want to see more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Have a good day.